Yeah.
Dennis, could you give me a hand in setting this?
And you put them.
what I wanted to ask you was whether or not you plan to go to heaven. For heaven's sake, yes. And what's that mean to you?
What does that mean?
Yeah.
In Christian terms, it means ultimate union with God. And in Buddhist terms, it means union with ultimate reality.
There's a little teeny fact called death that gets in between those two concepts.
Oh.
Because some Buddhists believe that that nirvana is some sort of state after death, but Roshi doesn't. He believes that nirvana is right here and now.
Well, in a very real sense, the Christian who lives in union with God is also in heaven here and now, and his death is relatively insignificant. I think that you can say that.
Read again.
This summer, a Benedictine monk named Brother David, who has been studying with a Zen group in New York, has permission from his abbot to do that. And with Thomas Merton are the two Catholic monks, I think, most interested in Buddhism in this country.
Recitation of the sutra and so forth. And they are surprised. They take it in a stride, but they are surprised.
No, it's so extraordinary. It's just so much that they're just totally taken back by it. There's just too much to even think about fighting in a way.
Yeah.
But also the fact that they do hate forms makes them makes Americans exceptionally open to different possibilities. I mean, they can try out anything. Because they've always lived in a sort of formless time, and as someone mentioned yesterday, Americans are always looking for a sort of instant tradition. So every time they see a new one come up, they'll try it, but it remains to see whether it'll work after a year or two, like you said, you just can't tell. Yesterday we talked about how rigid people are about being non-rigid, young people are. But this is new. Americans have always had a really fear of any kind of ritual, so they really hate ritual. So the minute you bring up ritual, they really want to back away. But I think that because of this reason, they find a great need. I know I spent a long time studying anthropology, and I studied mostly ceremonies and celebrations. But I liked them. I was studying mostly pre-Christian, because when it got symbolic, I wasn't too interested in it. I was interested more in natural rituals. And I sort of had a search for a kind of ritual. And so it's very, very easy for me to accept. Ritual has, if it becomes conformity, dies. But if it stands to point out what the act is and how it operates, so that you can become totally involved in the act, then that act becomes sacred.
How do you think this place is going to develop? I see really two elements here. On the one hand, there is the strictly monastic element. On the one hand, it's a real monastery with celibate monks and so forth. And on the other hand, you do have married couples living here and even partly children and so forth. Do you think that one of these two trends will eventually take over?
Well, as you well know, I just don't know.
I don't well know that.